So this is probably a really shaky way to be doing this video. But if I want to get it done, this is how it's going to have to get done today. So hopefully it's not too bad. So I wanted to go ahead and film my virtual homeschool co-op assignment number 2 today. And assignment number 2 is talking about the naysayers. What have you or I, what have people said to me? What have people, negatively said about me and my kids' homeschooling? Okay, so to be totally honest, we haven't really had any negative anything because we homeschool. Our family has been supportive. We have had questions like, well, what do you have to report to the state? And, what do you do? And stuff like that. And honestly, I don't take that as a negative anything. It's not, they're not being rude. Most of the time, they're honestly curious. They want to know, what do we have to report? What do we do all day? What curriculum are we doing? How am I making sure that my children are educated and, able to do things so that when, they are adults, they can live and they can be successful members of society. And okay, so anyways, and I don't really mind answering questions like that because you never know where that conversation is going to lead. Sure, it could turn negative, but it could also turn into something where they want to homeschool their children, whether they have them or not. They may eventually want to homeschool their future children. Or they may want to support you in your homeschooling, or they may want to, learn how to support other homeschoolers, and, they may want to vote for politicians or whatever because they are supporting homeschoolers and such, so things like that. So it's not, I don't take questions about our homeschooling unless they are blatantly, obviously negative and rude. I'm not going to take a question about our homeschooling life and about all of that as a negative comment or question. I really don't mind questions. I'll talk to you or anyone all day about homeschooling. It's something I'm very passionate about. There are many different ways to homeschool, and I like to talk about them. Like I have said before, we are really eclectic and we kind of do a whole bunch of different homeschooling. So, I haven't really had any of the negativity. Most of it's all been positive. And that may come from where we live. There are quite a bit of homeschoolers where we live. It affords a lot of opportunities homeschool-wise, and it's just growing and growing and growing. That being said, I'm still not, very active with any other homeschoolers or homeschool groups. Just because around here there are a lot of homeschoolers that are into certain styles and stuff, and since we're kind of eclectic and just kind of do what we want, I haven't quite found the right co-op or group or anything. And that's why I'm so excited about the virtual homeschool co-op, because there are so many different homeschoolers in this virtual co-op that I can learn so many different things and so many different styles and just so much. So you should definitely go ahead and watch everybody else's videos to see what they say, because I know there are people out there that have had to deal with negative people or people being negative about their homeschooling life and stuff like that, because not everybody is for homeschooling. And people aren't quite so fortunate as us to have not had the negativity. So we have been really, really blessed in that aspect, where we haven't really experienced much negativity. Sure, we've had people wonder what we're doing and why we're doing it, but never to the point where they were rude to us or really negative in any way. And they've never been a naysayer or anything. And I pray that a lot of homeschoolers, or, I pray that all homeschoolers can go through their journey, especially in the beginning, like that. Because I know, once you get comfortable and once you're very firm in what you're doing and how you're doing it, then it's a little easier to deal with naysayers, and no matter what you're doing, and whether it's homeschooling or not, in any situation in life. So yeah, I pray that, especially the newbie homeschoolers, that you guys would never have to go through any negative people being crazy and disrespectful and stuff. You do you. This is your decision. They're your kids. Homeschool them if that's what you see fit. You can do it. Just make sure that you're following your state guidelines, because that is important. But let's not do that. Thank you. And I will actually link to a website so that you guys can look up your state's guidelines and stuff like that if you're interested in homeschooling. And also just comment below if you guys, have any questions whatsoever. I'd love to chat with you guys about it and everything. So I hope y'all have a wonderful day. See you next time.